news! Winners Nam Tae-hyun to halt activities indefinitely due to health issue.
I am personally very happy to report that Nam Tae-hyun will be taking a break from his promoting with B.T.O.B. No, Winner.
Yes.
I gotta do this again. Nam Tae-hyun of the K-pop group Winner will be taking a break from promoting in order to get some mental rest.
Yes, I am very excited about this because, well, K-pop, Korea in general, has this mental health issue where they try to not acknowledge mental health issues until they become too extreme. And I really liked Nam Tae-hyun. He's my favorite member of Winner, and I absolutely love Winner.
And not just in the K-pop industry, pretty much across the board over there, and actually around the world. As more babies are born and more people are populating the Earth, it does seem like this whole entire planet is a pressure cooker. And we all have a lot of stress in our lives, even if it isn't actually true, it just feels like we do. And so multiply that times what it must be like to be a K-pop idol in the spotlight all the time, and I'm sure all of them could use a little bit of therapy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of unusual to see this happening, and it was published a little bit over a month ago, but we saw it right away. It didn't quite fit in with our video schedule at the moment. I remember when I saw it and went, ooh, I really want to talk about this. I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yes, and Nam Tae-hyun is not the only person who is currently out of K-pop promotions right now due to mental health issues. Also, Jin-E of Oh My Girl, which we talked about, she's dealing with some anorexia issues. So-yeol of Crayon Pop and Bang Young-guk of b.a.p. also are with Nam Tae-hyun dealing with some anxiety issues. What I think is kind of really awesome is that K-pop and Korean entertainment makes changes and changes the mentality of people across Korea, and they help to push the barriers, if you will. And people in K-pop are also a representation of people in Korea in general. And so the fact that these guys and girls are actually getting some mental health, I think is going to help open up other Korean people's eyes and minds to the possibility that maybe some people out there need some mental health and therapy and counseling and things like that.
Well, they're not just getting mental health help, but they're talking about getting it. They're admitting to the public that it is something that they're doing in their life. So that's the kind of pushing forward with the boundaries of what's happening over there. It is definitely a stigma that mental health is not something that is sought after for the majority of people in South Korea. I remember at one point you and I looking into possibly doing some therapy over there. At least I knew I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about while we were living in Korea, because you do feel kind of isolated as a foreigner there. Whether you think that's the case or not, that really is the case for most foreigners, and that's why you'll see a lot of non-Koreans hanging out together if you watch other YouTube videos. This is really kind of the reason why. And when I looked on the internet for doctors or psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever it is, for mental health help, there's only two places, or there were only two places at the time. One was in Yongsan, and actually I think they were both in Yongsan. I think they probably were directly related to the military being there. But they were in English, and I don't know if there were ones in Korean.
There definitely were ones in Korean. I have several friends who had talked to counselors while they were over there. And after the whole Sewell incident, there were a lot of people who were like, we're grieving, we're struggling, and mental health started to become more ingrained into society. I personally think that this is amazing. I've got a long list here. I'm not going to read all of them, but you can see I have a long list of here.
They can't.
Oh, they can't see. Okay. Now, I've got a list here of people, K-pop stars, who have mental health issues, who have come out about it, and I think it's great.
I remember that reaction to post-Say-Wall feelings. There was a lot of art therapy, for instance, going on around Ansan, which is where the high school students that ended up passing away from the sinking of the ship were going to high school. So that whole area was just in a state of tragedy. I just remember there were a lot of art therapists that went to help people deal with how they were feeling from all of the death that happened in that community.
And I think that it would actually be really great for other people, especially young people, to get some counseling, because if statistics are right, I have heard that everybody in Korea has known somebody or known of somebody who has committed suicide, and it has one of the highest suicide rates, if not the highest suicide rate in the world.
If you really stop and think about it, just about all of us could use some sort of professional guidance when it comes to living.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should get some sort of counseling in their lives.
Having someone to talk to is nothing to be ashamed of at all. It's really important that we all have a chance to get whatever is bothering us off our chest. Things like keeping secrets or just having something that's on your mind and not being able to talk to someone who has studied the brain. And if you have a chance to talk to someone, it doesn't matter if you're a K-pop idol, if you're just a regular person, if you're a star, if you're whatever you are, you're gonna have a healthier life if you can get some sort of guidance from someone who's studied how complicated we are as humans. So it's really good that he came out and said this, and then we can consequently make a video about him talking about doing it in the United States. Some people think that you shouldn't go and get help from a psychologist, psychiatrist, that sort of thing. And then if you go to Korea, like almost everybody over there thinks that you shouldn't. It's just a big deal that anybody would ever step aside. And so YG, for instance, is really taking the lead on this. It's not SM, it's not Cube, it's not Big Hit. But it's YG who has decided to say, Taehyun, go take a rest, go talk to somebody. It's nothing to be ashamed of at all. It's actually really important you do it, and actually it's important that just about all of us do it.
We take care of our bodies and we go to see physical doctors and get yearly, annual physicals. Why don't we care about our mental health?
And the brain is really the least known about organ that we have. Hit the comment section, you guys, with your reaction to YG announcing that Taehyun is going to take a break from Winter, and let us know your thoughts on, say, mental health in your country.
Yes, would you support your idol if they decided to leave the spotlight for a while to take care of their own issues?
Click the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us, and don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news and hashtag BTS t-shirts. Link in the description. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.